always try to find a way to make architecture more human, more scaled to, and people really relate to the size of a brick. So people can always see how big a building is just by this brick. And in Zuidas, we had a commission to make new apartment buildings, and the apartment buildings were in between the offices because Zuidas started as a business district, and the municipality decided to make a mixed urban area out of it. So we had to make this area change from business district into a very nice, vibrant, mixed area. And to show that these new buildings were something different, we decided to use bricks, and people immediately recognized these buildings as housing projects. So they could also see from this material that this area would change. And this is what we did with this brick, with these clinkers. In history, bricks were used as a construction material, and now the bricks are used as a cladding. So essentially our work is really different from the tradition, but we try to relate to this tradition by really understanding how these bricks were used, what it looked like, and how we can arrange the new brickwork in a way that it relates to the tradition, but also is something special, something modern. So it's like in between the two, I would say. I think what I said, in this clinker projects, we always try to relate to the context, and we think we really design from the urban space. So we are never building just one building. We are always trying to add something to the urban space with our buildings, and then clinker is a way to relate the one building to the other buildings, and in that way we can use the material as one of the aspects to do this. Well, I think in general that this is a very difficult question, because of course architecture is about the light and the way space is arranged, and in this designing, you always choose materials that are very specific for very specific projects. But for instance, in the Intermezzo, we were building a building in a very, very mixed area with a lot of colors, a lot of different things. And we decided there that we really would like to add some light building, and a light building in Holland is always very difficult because the climate is very harsh. So buildings will immediately get dirty or even green, and that's why we used a very, very hard clinker, one of the Hagemeister light ones, but we also wanted this building to be one colored and still make a difference between the first floors, the ground floors and the top floors. So then we decided to have a natural stone on the ground floors, with which we could make this more flat, more even in a different size, scaled, and we found a natural stone which is called Jerusalem gold, which is nice of course, and it's almost the same color as this brick, and then we could make different sizes, different texture, but still in the same color. So this building would be very iconic and very strong, but in the other sense this building has also different textures, and if the sun is going down you can really see that this gold is glooming a little bit. So it's really nice to find a way to connect these two materials in that sense.